In order to stay in contention with Liverpool and Manchester City for the Premier League title, Arsenal defeated Newcastle United, and Martin Odegaard claimed that their motivation was retaliation. Back in November, the Gunners lost in a contentious manner at St James Park in their first league match of the campaign. A unique triple VAR check that lasted several minutes was applied to Anthony Gordon's winning goal as referees looked for an offside and a foul before declaring the play complete. In addition, Arsenal felt Bruno Guimaraes was lucky to avoid a red card for elbowing Jorginho, while manager Mikel Arteta called the VAR ruling embarrassing and a disgrace. The disparity in skill between the two sides was on display at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday night. As Arsenal is very much in the running for the championship while Newcastle is mired in 9th place, before Joe Willock scored a late consolation, Sven Botman's own goal was followed by goals from Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, and Jakub Kiwior. I believe that our previous experience against Newcastle gave us a little bit of extra fire today, Captain Odegaard stated. Despite our fatigue after playing so many games and traveling so far in the previous games, our goal was to come here, play well, and enjoy a great evening with the supporters. We also did. Regarding his leadership role within the Arsenal team, the Norwegian continued on TNT Sports, saying, "I try to set a good example for the players by doing the right things and by always pushing them. Carrying out the team's best interests. To get the most out of each player and to recognize their individual differences is the most important thing you know." After blowing a sizable lead at the top of the table to allow City to advance and win the trophy the previous season, Arteta's team may still be suffering from that disappointment. Though City had also reduced the deficit by defeating Bournemouth 1-0, Arsenal is now back in the mix, trailing Liverpool by just 2 points. I wanted to share with you the lessons we learned from the previous season. Odegaard continued, "Our team demonstrated our superiority by returning with great strength after missing out on the Champions League the previous year. We should demonstrate that we have learned from last year's failure to win the title. Playing together brings us so much delight. We get really enthusiastic whenever we play. Everyone is, in my opinion, living the dream. I believe this is where all of us have always wanted to be, in the top league in the world, performing on a grander scale. Each week, you can witness its high level of competition. That is what we are going to do. We want to fight for trophies. Make an effort to push and be present each day." Arsenal has scored an incredible 19 goals from set pieces this season, 13 of which have come from corners. On Saturday night, the Gunners defeated Newcastle 4-0, with 2 of the goals coming from corners. In the game's opening goal, Tino Livramento attempted to clear his lines, but instead booted the ball onto Sven Botman's knee, deflecting it over his own goal line. Gabriel Magalhaes rose highest to head Bukayo Saka's outswinging corner goal-bound, but Loris Karius saved his attempt. Arsenal has scored some excellent corners this season, even though this one wasn't the best. The circumstances surrounding the Gunners' fourth and final goal were similar. When Declan Rice arrived at the Emirates, nobody had him pegged as a dead ball expert, though the ball took a few deflections. Subsequently, the opposing manager Eddie Howe discussed Arsenal's set-piece routines and the reasons behind the difficulty of stopping them by the defense. "I believe that a combination of skillful delivery and aggressive players is what initiates a winning combination," he stated to reporters after the final siren. Right now, Arsenal owns that. Knowing their vulnerabilities and when they will arrive allowed us to accomplish things better. Despite this, Howe went on to bemoan the failure of his team and claimed to know how to prevent Arsenal from being so effective in their corner. He continued by stating that, to combat that you have to be really aggressive, aerially, and we didn't do that well enough. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta was asked if set-piece coach Jover would get a bonus because his tactics are clearly working at the moment. The Gunners' boss gave the question a sardonic smirk before explaining, "It's perhaps best left to the owner or Edu to answer. The fact that we are getting goals from various players and in various ways is really satisfying. While it's obvious that we need to get better, we also need to keep working on all the things we still have room to grow. We are now trying to get guys back, and we could have scored a lot more goals tonight. That will be very important. Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe for more videos. Goodbye.